Sigmas attract women just as good as alphas, but when it comes to texting, Sigmas have an edge. Their natural traits and tendencies make them excel at texting and online dating in general, and in this video, we're going to tell you how to be a Sigma male through text, and how to play to your strengths and present your best self. Welcome to Dream Thinker, where we focus on the psychology of different personalities. Make sure to like and subscribe so you can be notified whenever we release new content. These are 9 tips on how to master the art of texting as a Sigma male. Let's get into it. Number 1. Sigmas are mysterious. People are curious and females more than males. Unlike alphas who try to impress women by dominating the room, whether by cracking a joke as loud as they can, or talking about themselves positively, or just communicating their dominance through attitude and body language, Sigmas don't do any of that, and they don't depreciate themselves either. And they certainly don't allow the domination of the alpha to cloud them. They're just there, silent but prominent. This mysterious vibe drives the ladies crazy because, generally speaking, women are interested in men, and they can easily tell that when it comes to a Sigma, there's definitely more to him than what meets the eye. So when texting, use this to your strength. If you're texting through Facebook or Instagram, don't have too much info on your profile, and don't share any personal things that a girl can skim through and conclude that, this guy must be miserable, or this guy is really successful, or whatever. Keep the post generic or about other people or events, and keep your personal information private. If you're texting through WhatsApp or something similar, don't make your profile picture too revealing. And no, I don't mean don't show too much skin. I mean, don't take it at home so she doesn't see where you live, or with your car or office. Take it someplace general and have a background that doesn't tell much. Let me give you an example to clarify. You happen to be a basketball pro or a mathematical genius, or you've been to cool places or whatever. You want to take the conversation gradually to this topic and casually mention something like, "Oh, I actually made it to the basketball national team a couple of years ago," or "This feels exactly like Copenhagen. I stayed there for a couple of days in my trip across Europe." Short, simple, casual. It doesn't reveal too much so you don't sound like you're bragging, but it definitely piques her interest and leaves her wanting more. Number 2. Sigmas value their time and resources above everyone and everything else. So, value your time. Stick to this rule. Don't make exceptions by taking out of your sleep time to being late for work because you're texting a girl. Say things like, "Oh, it's 11. I gotta go to bed because I have work early morning." And don't respond if she texts you during working hours. Avoid at all costs saying things like, "I skipped school just for you," or "I'm gonna call in sick to spend time with you." She's not gonna think you're interested, she's gonna think you're a psycho, especially if you're just starting out. Respect your time and she will respect it too. More importantly, when you do have the time to spend with her, that's when she's gonna feel extra special, because she knows you're a busy man and you ain't screwing around, but you still made time for her. Another thing is, never give something for nothing. You value your resources, remember? If she asks you a personal question or asks for help with something, tell her you'll only do it if she gives you something in return. It could be as small as a cute selfie or dinner on Saturday, but make sure she knows that every time she gets something, she'll be giving something in return. This will make sure the relationship progresses in the right direction and keep you out of the friend zone. Number 3. Sigmas are brutally honest. People lie to make themselves look better, to hide a mistake or a failure they've made, or to protect someone's feeling and spare their pain. Sigmas don't really care about any of these things, so they just don't have a reason to lie, and you need to stick to that rule. Don't even sugarcoat stuff to make it sound better. Tell it like it is. If she sends you a picture from an ugly angle with frizzy hair as soon as she wakes up, don't tell her you still look gorgeous. Tell her what you really think. "You look like my grandma if she was 20 years old and electrocuted." Trust me, women love that. Number 4. Sigma males are expressive. Because they spend way more time reflecting on themselves rather than others, and they always look within and listen to their intuition, Sigmas are usually extremely self-aware. This gives them the ability to express deep feelings and delicate emotions eloquently. This is great when you've known a girl for a few months and you want to start and maintain a healthy relationship. But when it comes to the first few weeks of texting, don't do it. Don't express your deep thoughts or emotions through text. It's the second worst means of communication on the planet, maybe after Morse code. This way, she can see your facial expressions and hear your tone, and you can build rapport so much easier. Number 5. Sigma males will leave if they lose interest. Like I said, a Sigma male values his time and himself. If an interaction with a girl is no longer interesting or stimulating, he'll just end it. Or at best, if he doesn't want to hurt her, he will stop putting in the effort and it will eventually die out. Well, why is this attractive? Because the ladies know it. They instinctively know they have to keep him interested. So don't be afraid to leave her on scene for a few hours or even a couple of days if she says something cold like cool or haha. Let her know from day one that if she doesn't put at least as much effort as you are to make this interesting, you're gonna walk out. If you make her believe that, she's hooked. Number 6. Sigma males are perceptive. They've spent hours and hours silent in a room full of talking people. They learn to observe, study, and make conclusions, and this gives them an unmatched ability in reading people. You know that famous PMS phrase women say, if you cared enough, you'd know what's up? Yeah, Sigma males knows what's up. And when you come to a conclusion, tell her. Something like, when you told me about your relationship with your family, I couldn't help but notice that you always put other people first. You seem a bit like a people pleaser, am I right? If you paid enough attention, you should be right. And this kind of statements will immediately make her feel like you understand her. Wow, this guy really gets it. It can turn the direction of an interaction from casual and fun to romantic and personal in a single text. Number 7. Sigmas are happy single. You're more likely to find a Sigma male single than in a relationship. It doesn't come from an antisocial mentality or commitment issues. It's the fact that they're hyper aware of the responsibilities that come with being in a relationship. Think about it. It's cheaper and more efficient to live alone, travel alone. A partner can be the greatest source of happiness and fulfillment in life, but they can also take away too much time. How to play that to your strength, you ask? People want what they can't have, my friend. If you're happy single, say it. Don't be afraid to lose your chances with her, cause she'll think you're not interested. If anything, it'll make her even more persistent to get close to you. The air of nonchalance gives Sigmas mysterious and unattainable vibes that drive women crazy. Use this little trick and watch them text you first. Number 8. Sigmas have strongly defined preferences. They don't like something or someone just because everyone likes it. They look within themselves to find what they truly enjoy in life, and they're not afraid to embrace it. So they have different tastes in music, food, art, places, and pretty much everything. Make sure to communicate that. Don't be embarrassed if you love some underground artist or an unpopular band, and definitely don't say you like something just because she likes it. Don't get me wrong, you can like something mainstream, but because you experienced it and you truly enjoyed it, not because of the fact that it's mainstream. This gives you a unique individuality and makes you come across as someone who knows what he likes and what he doesn't, something irresistible to the ladies. Number 9. Sigmas compete only with themselves. In fact, they often let their friends or colleagues win a game or take credit for something if it's gonna make them happy, because they just don't think it has any significance. So avoid being competitive with her. If she says she's good at something, you don't have to say you're better, even if you are. If she expresses her feelings, simply state that you understand that you can relate in some way. You don't have to tell a story in which you felt it, but more intensely. Something like, oh, you're sad because you stubbed your toe. I just broke my leg. You're supposed to be the man in the relationship, so act like it and don't compete with your partner. Thanks for watching.